Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kumar sir, and rest of the organizing team for giving this opportunity. Today's presentation is mobocertinib for patients with EGFR exon 20 insertion positive metastatic NSCLC with disease progression after prior EGFR TKI therapy. This was an abstract presented at World Conference for Lung Cancer 2021, topic OF 15.01. Background is exon 20 insertion mutations are seen in nearly 2 to 3% of all NSCLC and constitute about 10 to 12% of EGFR mutated NSCLCs. They are the third most common mutation seen after exon 19 and 21 mutations, and they are typically more common in non-smoker females and adenocarcinoma histology similar to the other EGFR mutations. However, what the difference is compared to exon 19 and 21, exon 20 insertion mutations are associated with worse prognosis and they are resistant to currently available EGFR TKIs, except for maybe high dose osimertinib, which was based on the phase 2 trial, with current median OS of 16.5 months compared to about 2.5 to 3 years for this common 19 and 21, and nearly 22 to 24 months for uncommon EGFR mutations. This difference is basically related to the affinity for EGFR TKIs and different conformation with the due to structural difference. But mobocertinib selectively targets proteins in the vicinity of alpha C helix, which is different from other EGFR TKIs, including osimertinib. Mobocertinib was recently approved in second line after platinum-based treatment, based on and the testing was Oncomine DX as companion diagnostic test, which is an NGS based on 46 genes. This is a data which is a based on phase 1 phase 2 study. We are going to focus on the cohort 5, which is refractory NSCLC with EGFR exon 20 insertion who have received prior EGFR TKIs and have not progressed on prior EGFR TKI therapy for at least 6 months. So the basic inclusion criteria was similar to the other mobocertinib subgroups, like histologically confirmed locally advanced and not a candidate for definitive therapy or metastatic NSCLC, having documented EGFR in-frame exon 20 insertion mutations, who have received at least one prior line of therapy for locally advanced or metastatic disease with ECOG 0 to 1 normal QT interval, and who typically have at least 6 months of stable disease or responsive disease on prior TKI therapy. Rest exclusion criteria, will just go through them. Baseline characteristics were typically median age was 61 years. Almost half of the patients were female. Asian number of racially Asian patients proportion was low, only 3 out of 20. Majority were white patients, ECOG only 0 to 1. Baseline brain metastasis was found in almost 50% of the patients. Nearly 50%, half the patients were never smoker, rest were current or former smokers. What is interesting is the median number of prior systemic anti-cancer therapy. Median number is 3 and it ranges from 1 to 7, with almost more than half the patients who have already received poziotinib, some receiving osimertinib, 20% receiving afatinib, and one patient with investigational TKI which is unknown. And the median time on prior TKI therapy was about 7.8 months. Response rate was the partial response was observed in 40% of the patients, and stable disease was found in 50%. So the confirmed disease control rate in this cohort was observed to be about 90%, and the median duration of response was about 1 year or 13 months. What is interesting is those who have already received exon 20 directed therapy in poziotinib, they have also 30% patients have also shown response to mobocertinib. This is a swimmer plot for the patients, and the median PFS was about 7.3 months. Toxicities were similar onto the grounds of other EGFR TKIs what we are using. Diarrhea being the most common, nausea, pruritus, acneiform dermatitis, rash, anemia, and grade 3 or more were found in nearly 50% of the patients. What is interesting is they are not commented on the pneumonitis, which is expected when patient already have received immunotherapy in 60% patients and EGFR TKI earlier. So numerically results are similar to those achieved with results look promising. They are similar to those achieved with first generation EGFR TKIs in common EGFR mutations and appear to be better alternative to osimertinib 160 mg in terms of overall response rate and duration of response. It's an oral medication with acceptable toxicity profile and which is manageable on the lines of currently available EGFR TKIs. And one more plus is majority of patients are heavily pre-treated and activity in patients progressing on positionib. But it is too small a sample size to extrapolate. It's a single arm study. Only PS 0 and 1 patients were included, and that too after multiple lines of therapy, which makes it a little awkward and difficult to apply in our context. The overall data specified type of exon 20 insertions. This cohort was not stratified as per the mutations. So larger prospective studies will probably tell the whole story. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite Dr. Kishore Kota. Dr. Kishore Kota is HPNN from Varanasi, consultant medical oncologist. Over to Dr. Kishore Kota.